fellow trucketeers. How the devil is everyone? I hope you're all well. I'm feeling a little bit there this morning, so got a bit of a sore throat and whatever, but that's fine. It's not going to stop me doing anything. Oh, good fuel up here, but I'm not going to. Actually, right, let's go through it then. Right. We are currently at Hilton Park Services, so we stayed here for the night. So today is currently Tuesday. Oh, hello. Tuesday the 7th of March, and we are heading up to Manchester with a load of recycling. There we go. So yesterday what did I do yesterday? I had one of our trailers on with a load of stuff to go somewhere. You know, as you do. All them kegs in that I collected in the last video. I went back to the yard, re-stacked them on Friday, put them all back on a trailer, and I took them down to Truro to go be delivered. Obviously, a lot of them all fell over again by the time we got there. Nowhere near as bad as it was. Yeah, I managed to get all them off. And then I drove from there to R&R's yard where I dropped off our trailer, collected their trailer, which is this one, which is already full of recycling. Now we're heading up to Manchester to go get it dropped off. And then, who knows what else I got. So yeah, we're going to go get this done. We're about an hour and 38 minutes away from the delivery point. We're going to be there about 7:15, so according to Google Maps, open at 7, so that works out alright. Reasonable rest. I was going to try and make Lim, but it would have been a bit too close to a 10-hour drive, like going over a 10-hour drive for my liking. If it weren't for the 20 odd minutes of traffic I hit around the M5, M6 where they meet each other, then I could have made it, but it wasn't to be. So I thought, oh, sod it, I'll stop there and I'll save a 10-hour drive. So I managed to stop there in 8 hours 50, I think. So yeah. Alright, we'll continue up the M6. I will see you shortly. There's no point filming much more at the moment because it's very dark. It's currently 5:40 in the morning. Right, here we are in Manchester. Yes. Or, no, I'm not going to say it. Some idiot wanted it to be changed to something else. We'll ignore that. So it brought me in via the M602 and sort of zigzagging me in through, and in hindsight it would have probably been easy to go around, what is it, the M60? And then sort of drop down, but I'm just going the way the sat-nav said, and yeah. I don't know. I think it's probably quicker this way, to be fair. I think there's probably less traffic. I don't know. It would have probably been quicker to go around and pop in that way, because it weren't as far to go in, whereas I've sort of driven in further, and now I'm sort of heading back out towards the Ring Roady motorway bit. Ah, well. Hindsight's a fine thing, as they say. So we're just going to head round here onto the A666, number of the beast. Wouldn't surprise me if it's called Lucifer Road. I think that'd be quite a fitting name, wouldn't it? Alright. There we go. So, we're about 6 minutes away from the customer now. I thought I'd start a bit early because you don't see me driving through Manchester that often, so I'll give it a little bit of a more longer drive. English, John. It should be your first language. Give you a slightly longer drive through Manchester. There you go. That sounds a bit better, doesn't it? So I got a bit of a gammy throat this morning. We had roast chicken the weekend, and I generally have one of the legs because the meat and the legs taste better. And obviously, where the chicken sits in the bottom of the pan, the skin goes a bit hard, doesn't it? The skin that's against the pan. So of course I've chewed on that and swallowed it, and it's jabbed me right in the side of the neck as I swallowed it down. It's left my throat very scratchy. So yeah, I suppose just waiting for that to heal up. So fun times. Yeah. Almost choked to death and stabbed in the throat by a bit of chicken skin. But hey, that's okay. I'm still alive. That's the main thing. How do you say it? Is it Salford or is it Salford? I think it's Salford, isn't it? I'll tell you what, March is definitely the second coming of winter, isn't it? It's like, it was minus 0.5 degrees when I started this morning. It's now 0.5 degrees, or plus 0.5 degrees. So, yeah, it's very, very chilly this morning. So, might be chucking my jacket back on again. Seems to do that a lot. It's quite cold for January, warms up a bit through February, and then temperature drops again in March. It's supposed to be due a bit of snow as well, but we'll see what happens with that. I think it all depends where you are. Come on, lads. There we go. Move, 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 move. Go. Green light. Go. Go. Don't fall asleep, people. Where's the title corner, isn't it? Oh, not my phone. Let's put that right. There we go. Same problem about having the phone now. It kind of gets in the way of the steering wheel on the odd occasion. But the daft dashboard doesn't really have anywhere decent to put a mount, really. So there it is. Might not got to go that way now, have I? I think I want to nick the middle of the road for this one. Taking both lanes. Thank you, buddy. Good observation, he saw me coming. I have been to this place before, once before. Can't remember if I filmed that day or not. I think I did, but can't remember. Goodness knows what video that would have been. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing after this either. It's a case of get the stuff unloaded and ring the boss man. I don't know where he wants me to go then. Oh, it's a bit flooded along here. It's like a little stream that runs along there and it's quite high. Wouldn't surprise me if that comes over the road occasionally. What are you looking at that? Is that like a big reservoir there? Yeah. Seems like a man-made mound of some sort. Oh no, it's a landfill. Okay, I'll shut up. Definitely man-made then. This hill's deceptively steep. Wheel spinning as well, which is not good. Did I come in this way last time? I can't remember. God, that sun is bright. Can't wait for winter to be over. Have the sun start going up a bit higher in the sky. I'll be blinded every time I look out the window. Where he's come out of, isn't it? That's where I'm going, isn't it? Or is it down there? No, it's not down there, is it? Come on, pal. Thank you. There we go. Open up the gates and let me in. Right. Oh. There it is. Alright, just got to remember where I'm going, and where I've got to go, who I've got to see. I think I've got to go on a weighbridge and a site entrance. Okay. There's a weighbridge in there, isn't there? Can't see a damn thing with that sun in my mirror. There's the weighbridge there. Right, I'm gonna go here, go speak to the mate in the weighbridge house hut thing. That's right, I've got to speak to him and then I've got to go around, come back here and I'll get on the other weighbridge. Am I on properly? I think I am. Yeah. I'll do, I think. Even out my front wheels off. I think I'm over a bit. Oh, I'll have a look in a bit. Right, see you in a bit. Alright, we are done here. We actually had to go inside the building this time and get unloaded, which is just like loading outside but with cover over your head and a bit darker. Nah, that was alright. In the weighbridge office there, they got a notice saying they no longer lend brushes to drivers because they've been stolen, which is rightfully so. People keep nicking them, it ruins it for everyone else, doesn't it? Unfortunately, I don't have a brush in my truck, so I asked some Haiti if there's a brush, and he went and got one for me. So he's a good man. He is a good man. Obviously, I'll put it back where there's some railings in there, so I'm letting it up against the railings because that mate had buggered off at that point. So I'm not going to go nicking someone's brush. I'm not that petty. I really must get my own one and have it attached to the back of the cab or something, because then that way I've always got one in case that situation arises, because kicking off a load of plastic waste that's covered in all sorts of goo is not ideal. I've had to do that before. It's not fun. Not on this job. I think that was when I was in denim still. The only brush they had was broken, so I had to get my hands and knees and sweep it out by hand. I ended up kicking most of it out and then getting the last few bits out like that. It was I got a bit messy, but at least for that I could go home and change my clothes and have a shower and everything, whereas this job that doesn't always happen. I think if I got myself that mucky I'll go have a shower straight away sort of thing, but you know, go to the first services I come to and jump in there. Anyway, we are potentially heading off to Ellesmere Port. Hello Stobarts. Cheers buddy. Yeah, we're potentially heading to a place in Ellesmere Port to go collect some stuff to go back down to Cornwall. It's got to be confirmed yet, so it's not 100%. So my boss said sort of make your way back out to the services, go get something to eat, and then he will let me know. So yeah, that's the job for now. So yeah, if that's the case, then it'll be a case of getting loaded, and that's pretty much my work done for the day. I just got to drive then, which I don't mind in the slightest. Right. back down that way, are you? Okay. In that case, I will go that way. Go on, BMW, I'll let you go. It's easier for you to go first than me. As I'm practically already down to a crawl, so why not? Righto. I'll see you when whatever I need to do has been set in stone. I'll see you shortly, I guess. Right. So I didn't actually get anywhere to stop before I got the call to say, yep, head on to Ellesmere. So we're going to Ellesmere Port. Just joining the M53, I think. Yeah, just come off the M56 onto the M53. There we go. Motorways are confusing. They're actually not confusing. The numbers do actually make sense if you know what they mean. Well, numbers represent roads that come and go from them and this and that and the other. To an extent, anyway. Don't quote me on that. Ask Dazza, he knows all about it. So we are going down here. I mean, it says Ellesmere Port, but is it? Oh yeah, it is Ellesmere Port, yeah. I'm going to go follow this road. I think I know roughly where I'm going anyway. It's just knowing where the exact building is that I'm going to. We'll figure it out when we get there. I could potentially be in the wrong lane right here. Find out in a minute. I might need to get over. We'll figure that out in a minute. There's no one to the side of me at the moment. Yeah, going over. No one there. Good. Good, good, good. Right, let's see if we can find this place. I know what it's called, it's just a case of how well labelled is it. There's got a big flashing neon sign for me to follow, which I'll probably still miss knowing me. But someone out front with flags waving like, oh, it's over here, come here to collect stuff. You know, they knew particularly what truck I'm in, they knew who to wave down. I'll still miss them. I'm not that bad. But sometimes things are that obvious that it's... You're like, is it there? That seems too easy. I know these places like to be more difficult than that sometimes. Ah, well. New Bridge Road, eh? I'm going to take it this bridge isn't very old then. Right. Let's see if we can find where we're going. Need to get some fuel as well. I'm nearly down to quarter of a tank. I mean, quarter of a tank could get me to Birmingham at least, but probably get me further than that, to be fair. Alright, I think it's somewhere on the right up here. Might have to stop and have a look at Google Maps just to make sure. No one behind me. I think this stuff is going to two B&Q stores down Cornwall way. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Not done B&Q stores before. There's the place there. So it must be where Mr. Keywells is coming out of. He's a very smiley man. He always enjoys his job. Great big sign. Westland. Right. We'll get that sneeze out of the way. And then we'll go down and figure out what we're doing. Because I ain't got a bloody clue. Composty stuff. Oh, deliveries, collections. This way. Stop here. Will do. Weybridge. Ideal. Right, I suppose I've got to go over there then. I will see you in a minute. And I'm now outside the gates, there's nothing they can say. On their little rules and regulations says no filming on site, so as long as I don't film within their barrier there, then I can't do nothing wrong, can I? Very good, very quick and efficient there. You don't sit around for long. It's sort of a case of get your curtains, you know, they tell you what zone to go in, you go there, open your curtains, move your posts. Some guy came over to you once to see you finish loading another truck, which was all of about 10 minutes. You know, you move your posts when you get stuff sort of where the post would be. So you move your posts and then chuck your straps on. And then when you're done, you drive back up to the gate there with your curtains open. They check it, do your curtains up, grab your paperwork, off you go. Wasn't in there long, not long at all. Probably, at most an hour and 20 minutes, I think. Can't remember what time I got there. Anyway, I'm taking this all down to Cornwall. Like I said, I'm not sure whether it's going straight back to R&R's yard for one of them to deliver, or whether I'm actually delivering it, because as far as I could see on the paperwork I had, the delivery date is for Thursday, but I'm going to be down there tomorrow, which is Wednesday, so I'm sure they're not going to want me sitting around for a whole day. You know, we don't like doing that. Yeah, so I'll be taking it down Cornwall regardless, and then figuring out what I'm doing from there. Could even be taking it back to the yard, doing something else, and then coming back and delivering it Thursday. You never know. We'll figure it out. Might be a case of going back to R&R's yard, dropping the trailer off, pick up our trailer and go do something else. They might even have our trailer loaded, that would be nice. Yeah, so we're going to head on down south and spend the night in Cornwall, because that's pretty much going to be my hours up when I get there. Yeah, I'm on 3 hours, it's going to be 9 hours 35 to get to R&R's yard. So yeah, we'll see what happens. That's with no traffic, but we can't guarantee there's not going to be any traffic, can we? I have a few motorways that are quite renowned for having traffic that I've got to get past. Anyway, I'll stop rambling on. I will see you later. La 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 la. Yeah. Junction 26 on the M5. That's Wellington and Somerset. That's where David lives. Right. We're down in Cornwall. Yes. Down on the A30, just coming off towards Cornwall Services. I'm not going to be stopping there though. I'm going to be going somewhere else to stop. Yeah. So it is now 4 minutes to 6. So we've driven for nearly 7 hours since we left Ellesmere Port. Probably about 6 hours and 40 odd minutes, something like that. We had a quick 15-minute break at Keel Services and fueled up as well. And then I stopped off at Michaelswood Services for a half-hour break to clear me driving time, and now I'm on 3 hours driving as it is now. I'm also on 8 hours 56, so by the time I stopped, I reckon I'm going to be into a 10-hour drive by a couple of minutes, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Can't always be helped. Well, 3 minutes now. I've essentially got 2 minutes to get to where I'm going and stop, but I don't think that's going to happen. Because by the time I get in there in reverse, yeah, I'm going to be into a 10-hour drive by like a minute. I don't know. Never mind. It's not going to matter too much, I don't think. Which means if I use up all my 10s, I'll just have to stop earlier the rest of the week. But I do like to try and save a 10 for a Friday if it can be helped. In case something happens, you never know. It's always worth trying to keep a 15 and a 10 for a Friday in case everything falls to pot. Because Friday, that's why. Because everyone seems to go mental on a Friday, and that's when everything goes wrong. Yeah, we're just going to go pull in here and go stop. Now, where I'm stopping here, this bit of land is actually owned by R&R Transport and Conway Bailey's. We've got it on good authority by Mr. Mark Bailey that we are allowed to stay here because we do a lot of work for him. So if you ever come up round this way and you see this bit and you think, oh, that looks like somewhere nice to park, don't do it, because you're likely to get accosted. You're likely to have someone knock on your door, wake you up and well, tell you to move on, which of course you do not want when you're trying to rest. So yeah, if you come here and see this bit, don't park in here for the night. Like I said, you'll just get moved on. But yeah, we are very much allowed in here. Well, when we're doing work for them anyway. And the fact I actually have one of their trailers on as well says a lot. Oh, and Emway & Sons are allowed here as well. I think there's a few companies that are allowed to stay in here, but yeah, if you just come and help yourself, then you probably get told to move on. So I'm gonna just spin round here, I'm gonna pull up between these two trailers and I'm gonna get out and do my dinner. I've been told I'm actually doing these two store deliveries tomorrow. So we don't want to get up too early tomorrow because I'm only, what, about an hour away. So we start about, I don't know, I'll have to have a look on Google Maps, see what time they open, and then I'll leave about half hour before they open to get down there. It's one of our other trailers around here somewhere as well. One over there. I think it's trailer 4. I'll have to go have a look at that in a minute. Right, we are stopped. It says 9 hours driving. I'm going to do my paperwork, do my food, and I'll see you in the morning. So yeah, good night. Hello and good morning. We're on to the next day. We're about 40 minutes down the road now. We're about 4 minutes from the customer. So like I said last night, I don't have a booking time for these guys, so I'm going to arrive there at just before 8 o'clock. Literally like a couple of minutes before. Right, you're going to get a move on, Volkswagen? There we go. You're supposed to go down the slip road at 70 enjoying at motorway speeds, not toodle along at just slightly more than what I can do. Obviously there's two other vehicles in front of him as well, but they're also to blame. Yeah. When I said I was expecting a much different view today, I was hoping for snow because it was due to snow down this way. But instead we just got a load of rain. I think it's a bit more snowy up sort of Devon way, but I don't think it's as bad as everyone thought it was going to be. Yeah. But hey, for some reason everyone's slowing down here to overtake this digger as well. Or why are you slowing down? Just overtake him at normal speed. Oh, it's going to be one of them days today, isn't it? We got to slow down so we don't overtake him too fast because it might scare him. I'm sure he'll be okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I was expecting a bit of snow but ended up being rain. That's the long and short of it. Never know, I might have to go up further north and might find a bit of snow later. We'll see what happens. So all the signs are saying weather warning southwest. Okay, I'm going to be the most south and the most west. Very breezy today as well. Probably hear all the wind blowing against the truck. Rather noisy. I've had a look on Google Maps on this one. I found where the delivery area is. So obviously it's a store. Can't usually go in through the front because there's usually a car park full of cars and people. So I had a look at Google Maps, found where the rear entrance was, so we're going to go in now. Could have got here last night at like 7 o'clock. I think the store closes at 8, so I could have potentially got tipped last night, but chances are they would have told me to bugger off, and I would have had to need to find someone to stop within, well, an hour. But then, to be fair, if I got here, I would have had 15 minutes driving left at most. Oh dear. Shut up. Noisy wipers. Stay green. Thank you. Straight on here, and as soon as it goes into like funnels down into a single carriageway, then that's where the entrance is, I think. Ah, typical. That was too slow. Heartlands, Cornish heritage and culture. Oh, wonderful. I think I've been round it before. There we go. I think I aged a little bit more sat on them nights. Oh. Hopefully we don't get too wet doing this drop. Right, deliveries in this entrance here, is it? Is there a gate going to be open? Of course not. So I'm going to stop here and find someone. Sorry everyone. Oh good, there's another truck in there, just what I wanted. Oh, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Is that delivery done? That was nice and easy. So the ones on the back were for them, which was alright. That worked out well. But it wasn't like 6 on one side, 6 on the other side. No, it was 7 on one side, 5 on the other. So we had to sort of. They had. They didn't have pallet quantity on their thing. They had like how many packs of the product there was. So they had to sort of count up that was on the pallets before they started taking any off. So they worked out which ones were theirs, and then we unstrapped the correct ones, and then they got them off. But yeah, it all worked out okay in the end. So the 11 I got left on now are for Penryn, so we're going to go head on down there. We've got to go on round to this roundabout up here, loop round, come back down this way, and then back onto the A30 and then turn off somewhere else. But it's only about 30 minutes away, so 30, not 13. I wish it was 13 minutes away, because that'd be a lot easier. Yeah, it didn't say anything about booking times or anything there, so there was another truck in there, one of Westfields. Is it Westfields? Yeah. And they said be about another half hour tipping him, so I parked out the front on the double yellows for a bit, and then I sort of come back up here, loop round, come back, so I was going in forwards rather than trying to reverse and blindside, which I don't think would have gone well. Because there's enough room in their yard to spin round. So I come back round, parked on the double yellows on the opposite side of the road, waited 5 minutes, and then he came out and I went in. So worked out well in the end. And I was in there for about 15-20 minutes, something like that. Didn't take long at all. Right, off to Penryn. I will see you soon. Right, we are near the next customer now. Went down some questionable roads and a couple of villages and that on the way, which were not too tight, but did have a couple of pinch points, or a bit. But no, it was alright, wasn't too bad. We're now 5 minutes away. This one looks like it's got a bit of a better entrance, as in it's slightly off a main road, so, or it's off a main road over 2 roundabouts and then turning again off to a road that's pretty much off the main road. So yeah, a little bit better for me to sit outside of if someone else is in there. Again, no booking time on the paperwork, it's just how they do it. But hey ho. Anyway. Breakfast and burger bar, eh? Tempting. Chances are they only take cash and I haven't got any cash. And I'm trying to sustain some sort of a diet, which I've not done very well on for the past few weeks. I've been like, solid, I'm tired, I want to eat. I've not gotten too mad. Just gone a little bit over the calorie intake I was going to do. I haven't weighed myself for a little bit either. Alright. Don't know what I'm doing after this. I'll wait until matey starts unloading me and then I'll give my boss a call, see what he says. Might be a case of going back to R&R, dropping this trailer off and picking our one back up and doing something. Either that or R&R's got our trailer loaded. We did have another trailer up where I parked last night, so, but that was empty. I went and had a look at that. So hey, the trailer's all over the place. It's usually a case of R&R has a job for us and they've already got the trailer loaded, so it saves us having to come down and live load or whatever. You know, we just got to come down, do a trailer swap and bugger off, so it makes our life a bit quicker and a bit easier. But then obviously they end up with our trailers and we end up with theirs. Right, in here. There's the store. There's a little lay-by here, but is that a bus stop? Yeah, so we can't stop in there. Just fine. I think we can stop up this little bit of road here. It's like a little lay-by bit. I'll have to wait there a second, van. Well, there's no one else in there, so we might as well go straight in. Ideal. Just go get someone's attention and I will see you in a bit. Alright. See if we can get out of here alright. Readjust actually. There we go. Doing that give me a lot more room to then kick the trailer around. Transfer is post. That'll do me. Excellent, cheers. Where's this car going? So you don't need to back up anymore. Right, so that's us done there. That's our 2 deliveries done. Oh, guys, let me out. Thank you very much. Right, I need to find somewhere to pull up for a little bit until I get a phone call off the boss. He's going to ring R&R and see if they got anything else for me to do. Yeah, so just gotta find somewhere to stop for a bit. Where, I don't know, but if I head back onto the A39 there, then surely there'll be somewhere up there I can stop. So we'll do that. So I don't have anything to do at the moment, so I will see you when I arrive somewhere eventually, wherever that could be. Could be anywhere in the world. I mean, it's not going to be anywhere in the world, it's just going to be England or Scotland, but the chances of it being anywhere outside of Cornwall at the moment is going to be very slim, so I will see you soon. Right, we are heading back to R&R's yard to drop this trailer off and collect our trailer. I want to let this lady through, but it's not really. Just be careful because there's going to be a car coming that way. But you're going to have to go now because there's not enough room for me. There we go. Yep, so we're going to go drop this trailer off in the yard, collect our trailer back. So I've got to move my straps back over. And then got to go to Mean Cairn up the road. Mean Cairn, whatever it's called. Got to go collect a load of blocks, which are going to London. But I won't be taking that. I think I'll be going back to the yard. Someone else will be taking that and I'll be doing someone else. I think I'll be going back up north somewhere potentially. But we'll see what happens with that. By the time I get back, I'm not going to have... I don't know, how long is it to the yard from here? 2.5, 3 hours, something like that? So, I'm not going to be on about 5.5 hours by the time I get back to the yard, I would have thought. So, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Oof. Got a lot to say today, to be fair. I don't know. Not a lot to talk about. Not a lot's really happened. It's been... yeah. I think I've decided when I do my live stream, which would have already happened by the time this video comes out, I think I'm going to play SnowRunner. I think that's the conclusion I've come to. It's just a nice, easy, laid-back game I can play while talking to you lot and reading comments. Thing is, anything where I'm sat on my racing sim is a bit difficult to sit there and read comments with. So, and as it's going to be potentially a Q&A video, I kind of need to read them and answer questions to it. So we'll play something that's a bit more laid back, I think. Right, let's go park this trailer up. Get our trailer back. It's literally just there. Find out if I need to get a reference from here. Go get these blocks on. If you want to remember, we get a lot of our trucks from. Quite a few of our trucks have come from here, second hand. I mean, we've bought our trucks from other companies as well, not just here, but yeah, we've had a few from here. My one's not from here. Jason's one is. Yeah. And there's our trailer, right where I left it. Alright, let's see if I can squeeze this one in that gap there. Yeah, we'll get it in there. I know there's more room down there. But we'll give it a shot. I've got to get the angle of the dangle here. cab round so I can actually see where that trailer is. I'm pretty close to it. Oh, not too bad. We're in the hole, that's the main thing. Just get my seatbelt off a second. It's restricting me. Right, let's readjust slightly. I'm kind of in a bit of ski whiff. There we go. Mind you, don't help that these trailers aren't parallel to each other either. But that'd be a bit of a better trajectory. I can't even say the word now. Now do. Alright, swap trailers. I'll see you when I'm at the collection. Just come off of the A30 now. Just going to go collect these blocks. I have to have a wander into their office to go get the reference number. But now he has it, we can go get loaded. And then pull out of there up the big old struggle up the hill. Now there's been a bit of a spanner thrown in the works for me to get back to the yard at the moment, because the road I usually take, where I come off at Honiton and go along the A35, between Morecambe Lake and Charmouth, there's a car on its roof, one of the guys from the yard has told me. So yeah, I might have to go the slightly longer way around and come down via Truckin and whatever. Yeah, it seems to be a lot of accidents going on at the moment. People, I don't know whether it's down to poor maintenance or just the inability to be able to drive a vehicle properly and safely. Seems to be a lot of accidents happening at the moment. Well, it's only going to get worse the more drivers are on the road, I guess. Alright, let's go and get loaded. Hopefully it won't take too long. Done all my safety equipment as well. Hard out high vis leggings. I think goggles as well, but we'll see. The annoying thing is I don't actually have to get out of the truck anywhere for it, but yeah, it's their rules, isn't it, at the end of the day. Right, let's park up and go sort out our collection. Squeezing that gap there, I think. I'll see you in a bit. Alright. So it's loaded. Let's level ourselves out, get a bit more air in the system. Alright, and we'll head back to the yard. This stuff's going to Tolworth, but I don't think I'm taking it. I think one of the other drivers is taking it, like I said. It could still change, I could still potentially take it, but we'll see what happens with that. So we've got 21 packs of blocks on. So, not too bad. Bit of weight, but not monstrously heavy. Yeah. All is good. Anyone coming down the hill? Nope. Good. We need to get out of it. And it's quite tight to get around that little island there. Ah, that's not. We made it. Right. So, back to the yard. I will see you when I know what else I'm doing. So So I'll go back to the yard, drop this off, and then figure out what else is going on. See you in a bit. Right. We have just stopped at Exeter Services. We had a 30-minute break, which has now cleared my driving time because I would have been about 5 minutes short of getting to my destination. But yeah, we're not going back to the yard. We're now actually going to go and deliver this. So it won't be delivered till tomorrow. But it's only going to a building merchant, so there's not a lot I can film about that. So yeah, that'll probably be it for this video, to be fair. Not a lot really happened in it, bit of an anticlimax at the end there, but it's got a little bit of stuff in the middle there for you. So hopefully it'll be alright. Let's go out this way through the car way, because if there's any trucks waiting at the pumps, it's a nightmare to get past them up there, around that corner. It's just too narrow. So a lot of the time I just come out this way. Doesn't hurt anything. So we're going to carry on up the M5 for the grand total of one junction, which is probably not even quarter of a mile really. Half mile, quarter mile, half mile, something like that. Yeah, it's not a very long junction between 20 something and 20 something else. So yeah. So we're gonna get up there, head on to the A30, A303, M3, and we're gonna head to Camberley and stop there for the night. So literally nothing else is gonna happen on this video other than getting there. I just had a spot of lunch. I had a wrap from KFC. I thought that would do. They're doing cheap wraps now, which is nice. You get a wrap of the day there, not just Macca's that do that now. So that was nice. A little bit of chicken. Got myself a couple of bits I needed, and I'm heading up to Camberley and spend the night there. I'm due there about 6 o'clock, so we'll be just under 12 hours for today. Depends if I hit any traffic on the way as well. Depends if there's a space there. If there's no space there, I know a few other places I can stop nearby. We should be alright at 6 o'clock. Yeah. So we'll leave it here for this video. Like I said, nothing else to show really. Yeah. Feeling a bit lethargic at the moment. Feeling a bit not tired, but just a bit, I don't know. Maybe I am under the weather. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to crack on, and I'll see you in the next one. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. That is entirely up to you. Also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Why not? It doesn't cost you nothing, and obviously it helps further the channel. It pushes it out to more people to see. My truck is doing a regen, so it's currently pumping out a bit of white smoke. Only when it's under load. Yeah, it'll stop now. There we go. Sometimes when it regens you get a bit of white smoke out the exhaust. Not always, just sometimes. Where was I? Subscribe? Yeah, it doesn't cost you nothing. Hit the little bell icon, it'll give you notifications when my videos are released. But if you don't want to do that, my videos are released at 6 PM on a Monday anyway, so you know where to find them. Also, share my video with someone you think might like it, and leave a comment. Don't know. How old's your dog? My dog Kirby, he is coming up for 11. He'll be 11 in June. June? Yeah, 24th of June. Yeah. Getting an old boy now. Got to look after him. He's getting delicate. He certainly ain't got the beans in him that he used to have anyway. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Take it easy. Look after yourselves. Drive safely. Thanks for trucking around with Jono. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.